Good evening, I'm Brendan Miller. Thank you for joining us. Thunder Bay's Injured Workers Support Group is calling out the Ford government and WSIB over what it says are discriminatory policies when it comes to older workers who are hurt on the job.
Discrimination, that is the biggest thing. Equality. We don't want nothing that we haven't earned.
The group notes that WSIB continues to restrict benefits for injured workers over 65, nearly 2 decades after Ontario's mandatory retirement age was struck down as discriminatory. In honor of Seniors Month, the local injured workers held a media conference on Thursday to draw attention to their ongoing concern. They're calling on the Ford government to intervene.
If Doug Ford, with a stroke of a pen, can give the employers over $20 billion over time, this is since he got elected, he can make another stroke of the pen and say, hey, injured workers are going to be compensated and taken care of. Not the taxpayer, like one guy on here said. We are not supposed to be a burden on society or our family.
The group wants injured workers to be paid for as long as they're injured, no matter how old they are. The sea is a dangerous place, and the Mission to Seafarers have been holding an international tradition of blessing vessels at the start of the fishing season. Today, a blessing of the fleet was held at Prince Arthur's Landing. A service at Pier 3, hosted by Pastor Matthew Deagle, included the national anthem, prayers, and hymns. The fleet of vessels lined up beside the pier to be blessed, and Chaplain Ed Swayze tells us why the tradition was started.
We started it as an outreach to the community, to the local boaters, and also just to have a presence. Blessing vessels is an ancient tradition. It's in many religions. Part of that is because going to sea is dangerous. You can get caught up in weather and sink. You could have equipment failure.
One of the biggest ports in Canada, we are surrounded by the shipping industry, so even though they can't come for the blessing, this is a mark of solidarity with them. We also, as you can see, have a large sailing community of both commercial and recreational, and so this is just bringing us together.
If anyone would like their vessel blessed, they can contact the Mission to Seafarers on their Facebook page or website. Geraldton District Hospital officials say upgrades to the facility's long-term care garden are providing a number of benefits to residents. As Jaden Billick explains, the work was done to make the space more accessible to all who live there.
Geraldton District Hospital's $50,000 garden project, funded by the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund and local donors, was undertaken to help give long-term care patients a stronger sense of home at the hospital. And Support Services Manager Ryan Waugh says it's done just that.
We wanted a space that the long-term residents could come out in a wheelchair accessible and get out and garden and still do some stuff outside, stuff that they used to do at home. So that's what created this project, and it's been very well received by the residents. It's something to bring them back to something they might have done back at their own homes. So we like to make it very homey here so they feel well welcome, and it just keeps them busy.
Beforehand, there was space for gardening, but not everyone was able to use it. That's why the large concrete slab was so important.
And the wheelchair accessible was very minor, so we wanted to open it up to give them a little bit more space. So we opened it up, and then we bought all these raised beds so that they have a place to garden, and it was at a working height. So we weren't having elders working down on their hands and knees, and they were able to access it in a wheelchair or outside of a wheelchair.
Residents have quickly filled up all the newly available space with a wide variety of vegetables.
You see residents excited to get up in the day, come outside. The winter months are long. What is the winter months? 8 months. Everyone's inside. What do you call it? You get cooped up. So getting outside, getting the fresh air, coming to garden, getting their hands dirty with soil, it brings lots of joy to the residents.
Once the vegetables grown by the residents are harvested, the hospital will incorporate them into meals. Jaden Billick, TBT News.
Neighbors came together for a block party on Cumberland Street South to fundraise and kick off the summer. The neighborhood has been transformed into a gathering spot for activities, food, and live music. The event had a variety of local vendors, Red Lion barbecue burgers, and lots of games for kids. Planner and director of the block party, William Murray, says all proceeds will go to Our Kids Count.
Today we got lucky with weather. We've got some live music starting at 3 p.m. We've got 9 local vendors. It's our first year, so we've got a Chalk the Block going and a community charity tug of war event, and all proceeds are going to go to raise some money for Our Kids Count.
This amazing event is in support of Our Kids Count. We have some friends here at the Vinyl Frontier who are helping us out today and are making the block ours. So we have some lovely face painting going on. We have big games and local vendors, and that's kind of what it's all about, is just getting the community together. That's our goal, is to help with food security and those in the community. So that's something that we have going on today.
The festival will continue until 10 p.m. and for anyone not attending but would still like to donate, you can go to the Our Kids Count website. A determined and lightning-fast local 9-year-old is getting ready for the world's largest amateur motocross race, set to get underway in Tennessee next month. Tyler Campbell has qualified for the Monster Energy AMA Amateur National Motocross Championship. It was previously known as the Loretta Lynn's Amateur Championship because it's held on the ranch belonging to the late country music legend and her family. Known for his fearless speed and sharp instincts on the track, Tyler has quickly risen through the junior ranks and is now ready for the biggest race of his young life after a lot of hard work to qualify.
Well, I came first moto, I went 12th, and then second moto, I went second, and then third moto, I won it, and then I got my ticket and my trophy.
In the last 5 years, we've been putting quite the effort into it. We run a private track at home, our own facility, and we try and get them on the bikes 4 to 5 days a week, plus racing on the weekends.
The big race runs from July 26th to August 2nd in Hurricane Mills, Tennessee. If you're in the mood for something a little sour and crunchy, you're in luck. A festival dedicated to pickles and pickle lovers is happening at the Sleeping Giant Brewing Company. Emma Chilton reports.
Hundreds of people came out to Picklefest to try everything from pickled beer, pickled cuisine, and pickled samples. Sleeping Giant Brewing Company co-founder and president Andrea Mulligan says this is the first pickle event in Thunder Bay.
We're doing something unusual. I don't think it's ever been done in Thunder Bay before, but we wanted to have a fun sort of like end of the school year, beginning of summer kickoff event. So one day we were commiserating and talking about how we all love pickles. So we threw it out there to our community, and now everyone's shown up, and it's everything pickles this weekend at the brewery. So it's a great family-friendly, all-ages event. Pickle beer, pickle seltzers, so many vendors. We have a pickle general store in our tap room as well.
The event also fundraised for Thunder Bay Shelter House, and residents were welcome to donate. Mulligan says the pickled beer and other pickled items will be available over the next while.
We have over 10 vendors. We kind of kept it a bit smaller this year, but we have everything from local pickled eggs to pickles themselves, of course, stuffed pickles, emotional support pickles. I didn't know that was a thing, but it is. Clothing, merch, jewelry, all sorts of creative things are available. Not just pickle, but definitely pickled inspired. I think there's pickled biscotti too.
Thunder Bay could look forward to another pickle event,
where we can highlight a lot of our local harvesters who are pickling mainly in the fall. So we're looking at sort of in conjunction with maybe Thanksgiving and the fall harvest vibes. So yeah, you can definitely look forward to another Pickle Fest.
Pickle lovers told us why they came out to the festival.
We purposely came out today just to try pickle beer. The pickle jar we bought from the ladies right here. And it's from the Terry Moore Farms, and they had a lot of nice choices, but we picked the one that has the nice red pepper into it.
I just randomly saw it on Facebook, and I was like, oh, Pickle Fest, sign me up. So this is a sour pickled beer. It's actually really tasty. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, but it's really good.
Emma Chilton, TBT News.